Alright. We are starting Mass Effect 2 tonight, and it is going to be magnificent. Why is it being like this? Oh, already we're having technical difficulties. Alright, give me 1 second. Alright, it's being fussy. I guess that means I better double check my sound too. Alright, that's looking right. Alright, I did that right? No, I'm double checking everything now. Alright, yeah. Everything else seems to have gone off properly. Just my controller briefly didn't want to talk to my PlayStation. I guess that's just what you have. Alright. I do believe it's new game. Import Mass Effect 1 character. Akira Shepard, yep, that's the one. We just came off an insanity run. We are not doing that again right now. It's not... yeah. Well, Flack, it looks like your first chat is gonna be your last chat. But, like I was saying, we just came off an insanity run, so we're not doing that again. It's not like it's incredibly difficult, it's just, it takes a lot longer. And, I don't know. I don't get mad. I don't get ragey. I don't get, you know. The most you get out of me is a couple of extra cuss words. Really, when it gets bad. So it's not like it's any more fun. Let's not go all the way down to story. I like the combat in this one. We'll go with normal. I like to level my own. On autosave on. Yeah, I think we're good with that. But yeah, I'm pretty laid back even on insanity runs, so it's not like it's any more exciting. Oh, shit. I wanted to look at that stuff, not just accept it. Oh, well, it doesn't matter. I pushed the wrong button, guys. I'm gonna enjoy this little movie because we're gonna watch Ashley get me killed.
Shepard did everything right. More than we could have hoped for.
Commander Shepard uncovered the truth.
And still, it's not enough.
We're at war. No one wants to admit it, but humanity is under attack.
But they're sending him to fight Geth. Geth. We both know they're not the real threat. The Reapers are still out there.
And it's up to us to stop them.
The Council will never trust Cerberus. They'll never accept our help, even after everything humanity has accomplished. But Shepard, they'll follow him. He's a hero, a bloody icon. But he's just one man. If we lose Shepard, humanity might well follow.
Then see to it that we don't lose him.
This is just, basically that a month has gone by since the big fight against Saren, and, everyone has started to use air bunnies when talking about the Reapers with me. It is what it is. Tell you what, though. I will not lie, I want to smack the Turian counselor's hands
FTL
every
drives.
time he does the
Emission syncs active.
with air bunnies.
Board is green. We are running silent.
We're wasting our time. 4 days searching up and down this sector, and we haven't found any sign of Geth activity.
3 ships went missing here in the past month. Something happened to them.
My money's on slavers. The Terminus system is crawling with them.
Picking up something on the long-range scanner. Unidentified vessel. Looks like a cruiser.
Doesn't match any known signatures.
Cruiser is changing course. Now on intercept trajectory.
Can't be. Stealth systems are engaged. There's no way a Geth ship could possibly...
It's not the Geth. Brace for evasive maneuvers!
See, Joker's on top of that shit, man. Doing his job.
Presley!
Kinetic barriers down. Multiple hull breaches. Weapons offline. Somebody get that fire out.
Then, time, how long she's gonna argue with me, they don't see the fucking thing. And,
Shepard!
instead of doing what I tell them to do,
Distress beacon
they
is ready
argue
for
with
launch.
me, and then
Will the Alliance
there's
get here in
seconds that I
time?
would have been in the escape pod with Joker.
The Alliance won't abandon us. We just need to hold on. Get everyone onto the escape
Joker's
shuttle.
still in the cockpit. He won't abandon ship. I'm not leaving either.
I need you to get the crew onto the evac shuttles. I'll take care of Joker.
Commander,
Ashley, go. Now.
aye aye.
There's extra 10 seconds,
Everybody
man.
in. Go, go, go!
Tally, of course. And I don't know how the hell we ended up dating her. I wasn't even very nice to her in 1. She was supposed to die on Vermeer, but Mortal really wanted me to save her, so, and I said, fine, because it doesn't really matter, because I hate them both. But yeah, this is a Tally romance run.
Mayday! 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 This is SSV Normandy! We've suffered heavy damage
So I was
from an
talking
unknown
about
enemy.
how, like, that 10 seconds where it doesn't matter which one of them it is, they're both insubordinate.
Hold together.
But,
Hold together.
those seconds, and we'd have been in the escape pod with Joker. Oh yeah, no, I know. Because, she can't accept that the relationship is over, so any relationship you start afterwards, yeah. She's as bad as Caden with that.
Come on, Joker. We have to get out of here.
No, I won't abandon the Normandy. I can still save her.
It's like you're not actually in a relationship unless both of you agree to be in the relationship.
The Normandy's lost. Going down with the ship won't change that.
Yeah, okay. Help me up. They're coming around for another attack. Watch the arm!
Before that explosion even happened, if they had gotten their attention. So, how they're all upset that you're working with Cerberus, that's their fault anyway. Well, I mean, that depends, I think, entirely on what that suit's made out of, really. And what angle he entered the atmosphere at. Also, space magic. I would not. We all know what happened. If you would like to know what happened in excruciating detail, you can check out,
Commander Shepard has
I
been
believe
recovered.
it's parts 1 through 12 of Mass Effect.
The Lazarus Project
Walk
will
through.
proceed as planned.
That is also available on my YouTube channel. I did not get a chance to post the end of part 12 today. It was scheduled to go up today, but it'll have to go up tomorrow. But yeah. Even so, even if the suit is space magic, I mean, you're talking a sack of burnt meat. We're gonna accept our imported face because I feel lazy tonight. Oh, we can change that, but we're not gonna. Ooh, nice. That sounds delicious. And messy. Because it leaks. Alright. Yeah, I know. But we're an engineer, and we're gonna stay an engineer. Let's see. Oh, I can spawn drones now. That'll be fantastic. Always look forward to that shit. Heavy pistol, SMG. That's fine, one of the best guns. One of the best guns in the third game is a pistol, and one of the best guns in the second game is an SMG. Your achievements give you access to the following bonus powers. Select one. Oh. This is always a difficult decision for me. See, if you're not playing an engineer, the drones are on this list. I don't know. It's such a difficult decision. I think I'll go with Reeve. I really like that one. Yeah, we'll do that. I will be unable to change any settings. Well, this isn't entirely true, but we'll play along. I can always reload it. I know, because they're hard to play. They're a little more difficult than they need to be.
To outside stimuli.
Yeah, they're
Showing an awareness of his surroundings. Oh my God, Miranda, I think he's waking up.
It's not even just that they're hard to play, because I don't mind the challenge. Like I said, I'm playing it right now.
Not ready yet.
But
give him the sedative.
like especially in the first
Shepard,
one,
don't
in
try
the
to
second
move.
and third game,
Just
they're not
lie
as
still.
hard, but in
Try
the
to
first
stay
one, they're
calm.
just
Heart rate's still
needlessly
climbing.
difficult.
Brain activity is off the charts. Steps pushing into the red zone.
Well,
It's not working.
It doesn't feel like
Another
there's a
dose.
payoff for
Now.
the extra work. When there's a payoff for the extra work, it's a little
Heart rate
easier
dropping.
to
Stats falling
justify
back into normal range.
it being difficult.
Too
Like,
We almost lost him.
in the third game, there's a really nice bit of story dialogue that, for me, is a big payoff for being an engineer. We will point that out when we're doing the Omega DLC of the third game.
Wake up, Commander. Shepard, do you hear me? Get out of that bed now. This facility is under attack. Shepard, your scars aren't healed, but I need you to get moving. This facility is under attack. There's a pistol in the locker on the other side of the room. Hurry!
My Quahawk is unimpressed with your attitude.
Grab the pistol and armor from the locker.
Alright, starting level 4.
You don't have time to wait around, Shepard. Grab your weapon and armor.
Don't get fussy. I want to see what I got.
Focus, Shepard.
Extra
Get the pistol
turn
and
now,
armor
that's
from the
good.
locker.
This pistol doesn't have a thermal clip.
It's a med bay. Well, keep your head down, Shepard. Shield yourself from the blast.
Now I
Someone's
gotta
hacking security trying to kill you.
re-remember.
Look for a thermal clip for your pistol.
Remember how to play again. That's what we're definitely doing the walkthrough version. So, 100% get our
Find a
loot.
thermal clip and get moving.
Now I can actually use the square button
Looks
to
like they
reload.
set up a barricade to try holding the mechs
Won't
off.
be needlessly throwing grenades around.
Look out! Keep moving. We need to get to the shuttles.
Give me an awful lot of sass, and we just met Miranda. Now, on your way through here, it is very important you remember to check on these benches, because there are several data pads just laying around with like a few thousand credits on them. So, there's also some funny stuff and some sad stuff written on some of them as well. So, you win some, you lose some.
Shepard, security mechs are closing in on your position. Take cover.
Like when I did this on Insanity, not only are there more mechs, they hit harder. A little better.
Nice work, Shepard. Coast is clear.
Shut up, baby, I know it. Alright. I have to say, I really do think, like, I really hate the whole Cerberus thing, and I hate Cerberus, and I think that you should be able to, in-game, comment on how you know that they're full of shit a little more often. But I do think that out of all three, the second game is my favorite.
Don't waste time. I can't keep the mix distracted for long. More reinforcements heading your way. Grab. Here come the mechs. Use the grenade launcher to take them out.
And I do, in the third one, I really miss heavy weapons. Like,
They've seen it.
Take the elevator down one floor.
yeah, agreed. The only thing I can think of is, like, maybe communication made that impossible. Like, the way they're monitored.
Hurry! Get to the door! Run!
But that would have worked better, yeah. And I mean, you know that the traitor is the traitor as soon as you find them. Like, they're so obvious.
Hostile forces have engaged. Steady steady.
Log update. The cost of this project is astronomical. Over 4 billion credits so far. But nobody seems to care that we've gone over budget. I don't know where the boss gets all his money. Maybe it's better not to know. I just wish he'd kick a little more in my direction once in a while.
Progress is slow, but subject shows signs of recovery. Major organs are again functional, and there are signs of rudimentary neurological activity. In an effort to accelerate the process, we've moved from simple organic reconstruction of the subject to biosynthetic fusion. Initial results show promise.
Precarians would be a good cover, too, because, you know, they hate humans. I already know I can't get in there, so.
I can't figure Miranda out. As project director, she should be ecstatic at all the progress we've made. But she's still the same old Ice Queen. Maybe she's worried Shepard might become the new favorite. Or maybe she is just a pure cold-hearted bitch.
Gear up!
Somebody's.
Come on over! Shepard,
Requesting assistance.
Taking heavy fire!
gravity's one mean mother, huh? What are you doing here? I thought you were still a work in progress.
Well, that's not rude, right?
I just woke up. You probably know more than I do.
Right, sorry about that. I'm Jacob Taylor. I've been stationed here for—
Hostiles detected.
Damn it! Things must be worse than I thought if Miranda's got you running around. I'll fill you in, but we better get you to the shuttle first.
I know this isn't the best time, but I'm sick of stumbling around when I don't know what's going on.
Fair enough. I'll give you the quick version. You and your ship were attacked and destroyed. You were killed. Dead as dead can be when they brought you here. Our scientists spent the last 2 years putting you back together. You've been comatose, or worse, that whole time. Welcome back to your life.
That's... I'm having some trouble wrapping my head around this.
Yeah, I can imagine. The Alliance officially
I don't
declared
really
you
think
killed
you
in
can,
action.
Jacob.
The whole galaxy thinks you're dead. And if we don't get to those shuttles, they'll be right.
Maybe it's time we got moving.
First
You
step,
think?
let's finish
Let's
off
go.
these metal bastards. We're low on thermal clips, but I'm a biotic. Just give the order when you want me to
Not
hit
an
them with the good
exceptional
stuff.
biotic, though. Just a regular biotic.
Engaging. Collision proximity warning. Allied force captured.
Falling back. Ready to get the hell off this station?
What's the quickest way to those shuttles?
Depends where the mechs are thickest. It's probably best if we...
Check. Anyone on this frequency? Anybody still alive out there? Hello?
Wilson, this is Jacob. I'm here with Commander Shepard. Just took out a wave of mechs over in D-Wing.
Shepard's alive? How the hell? Never mind. You need to get him out of there. Get to the service tunnels and head for the network control room.
Roger that, Wilson. Stay on this frequency.
I think I remember a Wilson checking on me one time when I woke up.
That's him. He's the chief medical tech. Answers directly to Miranda. Come on. The service tunnels are this way.
Log update. The Lazarus Project is about to enter the final phase. It's taken nearly 2 years, but we did it. Commander Shepard is alive. This is the most amazing medical achievement in recorded history. Maybe now Miranda will finally show some appreciation for everything I've done.
Ready.
Damn it, Wilson. This room is full of mechs.
The whole station is... Oh god. They found me. Help!
Wilson, where are you?
Server room B! Hurry! They're out of control!
Up those stairs, Shepard.
They shot me!
Physical reconstruction of subject is complete, but we still need to evaluate all mental and neurological functions. Our orders were clear. Make Commander Shepard who he was before the explosion. The same mind, the same morals, the same personality. If we alter his identity in any way, if he's somehow not the man he used to be, the Lazarus Project will have failed. I refuse to let that happen.
Jacob! Shepard! Down here!
Uh-huh.
Bastards got me in the leg!
Yeah, the mechs shot you in the leg.
You were there the first time I regained consciousness.
Yeah, that was me. How about we talk about this after we fix my leg?
Should be some Metagel in the first aid station on the wall. Hopefully there's enough to get him up and moving again.
Grab the
And it
Metagel
makes
from the first
complete
aid station
sense
on the
that you would
wall.
Tell me all about it instead of going and grabbing it.
Thanks, Shepard. Never thought you'd save my life. Guess that makes us even now, hmm? I thought maybe I could shut down the
I
security
don't know if
mechs.
we're quite square,
Whoever did this
Wilson.
fried the whole system. Completely irreversible.
We didn't ask what you were doing. Why do you even have security mech clearance? You were in the bio wing.
Weren't you listening? I came here to try and fix this. Besides, I was shot. How do you explain that?
You're all strangers to me. Let's get someplace safe, then we'll sort out whose fault it is.
Right, Shepard. We need to find Miranda. We can't leave her behind.
Forget about Miranda. She was over in D-Wing. The mechs were all over that sector. There's no way she survived.
A bunch of mechs won't drop Miranda. She's alive.
Then where is she? Why haven't we heard from? There are only two possible explanations. She's either dead, or she's a traitor.
Then why did you wake me up and warn me about the attack?
Okay, maybe she's not a traitor. But that doesn't change the facts. We're here, she's not. We need to save ourselves. The shuttle bay is only a few... We can overload. Just to clear a path to... That's it. Let's get out of here.
Okay, we took him down. But this is getting tense. Shepard, if I tell you who we work for...
It's only tense in
will you
his own
trust me?
mind.
This really isn't the time, Jacob.
We won't make it if he's expecting a shot in the back.
If you want to piss off the boss, it's your ass, Jacob.
The Lazarus Project. The program that rebuilt you. It's funded and controlled by Cerberus.
I think I ran into Cerberus a few times while I was investigating Saren. Some kind of pro-human splinter group, right?
Well, that's what the Alliance wants people to believe. But there's more to it. The Alliance declared you dead. They gave up. Cerberus spent a fortune to bring you back.
There's
Look,
really
I'd be
not much to
suspicious
it,
too.
Jacob.
But right now, we have to work
We
together.
saw what they were doing.
I thought you deserved to know what's what.
We're gonna see even more of what they're
Once
doing.
we're off the station, I'll
in
take
this
you to
game.
the elusive man. He'll
And it's
explain everything.
all super shady.
I promise.
I don't care what they did or what you say. I'm not working with terrorists.
You can tell it to the boss. But after we've saved our
I will.
butts. We're almost at the shuttle.
Because Tim is a jerk. I'm going the right way. I think so. Yeah. The part of this mission I like the least is that damn alarm. The pitch it hits is just awful.
Sensors activated.
It's a little different in this one.
Back off!
Authorized for a lethal force. Keep backup systems engaged.
Alright.
Taking fire.
Allied force casualty.
Really? Sneak up behind her. You two weren't much help there, were you?
On target! Come on over! Target down!
Alright, that needs a bypass. Alright, save just went up. You don't want to start a bypass when stuff is shooting around, because if they shoot you while you're doing the bypass, you lose, and you don't get to try again.
Explosion. Subject has suffered significant cellular due to long-term exposure to vacuum and sub-zero temperatures. Despite the extent of the physical trauma, Wilson assures me subject is salvageable. The Lazarus Project will proceed as planned.
Alright, now basically we're playing a weird little game of memory here. and it could be worse as far as mini games go. Shit. It's not as bad as Simon Says, but it's still slightly annoying. And for all that I dislike Miranda early game, like, I definitely warm up to her later, but, you know, she's written that way. You're not supposed to like her right away. But for all that I dislike her early game, I do really like her entrance. That being said,
Come on, through here. We're almost at the... Miranda, but you were...
Dead?
What the hell are you doing?
My job. Wilson betrayed us all.
Even if you're sure, did he deserve that welcome?
He sabotaged the security systems, killed my staff, and he would have killed us.
You sure about that, Miranda? We've known Wilson for years. What if you're wrong?
I'm never wrong. I thought you'd have learnt that by now, Jacob.
If you say so. What's our next step?
We get on the shuttle and go. My boss wants to speak to you.
You mean the elusive man? I know you work for Cerberus.
Ah, Jacob. I should have known your
it's
conscience
the
would get the
symbol is
better
all
of you.
over
Lying
the
to
place.
the commander isn't the way to get him to join our cause.
Well, since we're getting everything out in the
everybody's
open, is
wearing it.
there
They might as well
anything
have a
else you want to
tattoo on
ask
their
before we go,
foreheads.
Commander?
What about the rest of the people on the station?
This is the evac area. If they're not here now, they're not coming.
We can't leave without knowing for sure. We need to go back and look.
Don't you get it? The only one worth saving is you. Everyone else is expendable.
She's right. We all knew the risks when we signed up. Without you, there's no point to any of this.
I've had enough of this station to last a lifetime.
Or two, in your case. Come on. Before you meet with the elusive man, we need to ask a few questions to evaluate your condition.
Come on, Miranda. More tests? Shepard took down those mechs without any trouble. That has to be good enough.
It's been 2 years since the attack. The elusive man needs to know that Shepard's personality and memories are intact. Ask the questions.
I feel fine.
This is a waste
I
of
think I'll
time.
go
I feel
for
as
a
good as
walk.
ever.
The sooner we start, the sooner we can be done. Start with personal history.
Okay. Records show you were a spacer kid. Raised mostly on one ship or another. You enlisted and won a medal fighting Batarians during the Skillian Blitz. Do you remember that?
A lot of lives depended on me holding that position. I did what I had to.
However you want to put it, it was damn impressive. I had friends who were there. Satisfied, Miranda?
Almost. Let's try something more recent. Vermeer, where you destroyed Saren's cloning facility. You had to leave one of your squad behind to die in the blast.
Lieutenant Caden Alenko was killed in action. It was your call. Why did you leave him behind?
I left a friend to die that day, and I didn't do it casually. But I had to save as many people as I could. Caden gave his life for the rest of the team. Without him, I couldn't have stopped Saren. He died a hero.
I understand, Commander. And I wasn't judging your decision. Everybody at Cerberus knows that cloning facility had to be destroyed.
There are other tests we really should run.
Come on, Miranda. Enough with the quizzes. The memories are there, and I can vouch for Shepard's combat skills personally.
I suppose you're right. We'll have to hope the elusive man accepts
I
our
mean,
little
that is
field
what they
test as
need me
evidence
for,
enough.
to shoot space. 'Cause, 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 And to convince others to shoot space monsters.
The elusive man is waiting for you in the other room.
Yeah, well, he can wait.
I wouldn't keep the elusive man waiting.
Oh, that's right. Neither one of them will talk to me until I talk to Tim. See, why doesn't female Shepard get this outfit? That outfit would look badass on my femme shep. Go with this. No, her version of this is the brown overalls. Splash of color, but which color? Meh. Maybe. Yeah, I guess we'll have to leave it at that. The other ones look weird. Alright. Let's go talk to Tim. By the way, for now and all future references during this game, Tim is short for the elusive man.
Commander Shepard.
Elusive man. I thought we'd be meeting face to face.
Unnecessary precaution. Not unusual for people who know what you and I know.
Yeah, and especially since I might shoot you in the face.
You might be the reason I'm still alive, but that doesn't mean I trust you.
You need to put your personal feelings aside. Humanity is up against the greatest threat of our brief existence.
The Reapers.
Good to see your memory's still intact. How are you feeling?
You need to earn the right to ask me those kinds of questions.
Cerberus isn't as evil as you believe. You and I are on the same side.
He's
we just have
qualifying.
different
He's not as evil.
Cut
He'd
to the
still say
chase.
we're evil.
What are the
You
Reapers
just think
doing
we're
that made you
more
decide to
evil
bring
than
me
we are.
back?
We're at war. No one wants to admit it, but humanity is under attack. While you've been sleeping, entire colonies have been disappearing. Human colonies. We believe it's someone working for the Reapers, just as Saren and the Geth aided Sovereign. You've seen it yourself. You bested all of them. That's just one reason we chose you.
Nothing you say is going to convince me to trust you. I need more than words.
I'd be disappointed if I could persuade you that easily. Go and see for yourself. I have a shuttle ready to take you to Freedom's Progress, the latest colony to be abducted. Miranda and Jacob will brief you.
Is this a volunteer job, or am I being volunteered?
You always have a choice, Shepard. If you don't
Yeah,
find the evidence
some
we're
choice.
both looking for, we can part ways. But first, go to Freedom's Progress. Find any clues you can. Who's abducting the colonies? Do they have any connection to the Reapers? I brought you back. It's up to you to do the rest.
It's a lot of journal updates. My Paragon points. All right. So, do we have enough? Not quite. Alright. So we're still on our prologue, no assignments. We have to mark everything in the codex as red, because if that thing flashes at me every time I open this menu, it will drive me crazy. And we'll save, since we don't want to have to talk to Tim again if we don't need to. Talking to her here is why I didn't like her. Like in the beginning of the game. Especially the first time I played it. Because it's like she spent most of her life putting you back together.
I'm eager
and
to
she
see if
can't
you can
even
live
be
up to his
polite you.
expectations on this mission.
I never got a chance to say how much I appreciated what the Lazarus Project did for me.
I just hope it was worth it. A lot of people lost their lives on that station.
We have to work together here. Your attitude isn't helping anything.
I have the utmost respect for your abilities, Shepard. It's your motivations that concern me. I believe in what Cerberus stands for. Only time will tell if you prove to be an asset or a liability to our cause.
Goodbye.
It's obvious you're not interested in talking.
We've got an assignment. We can talk about it or we can do it.
I'm glad the elusive man convinced you to join us, Commander.
I just want to find out what happened to those missing people. I still don't trust Cerberus.
Noted. Do you trust me, Commander?
I would say no. Because I don't know him. But we're trying to keep our responses in the upper right.
You're a good man, Jacob. But you might be working for the wrong people.
Maybe. But I thought the same when I was with the Alliance. That's why I'm here now.
Do you know anything about this colony we're going to?
It's called Freedom's Progress. Don't know much else. I guess we'll find out when we get there.
You said you served in the Alliance?
5 years in total. Stationed all over the galaxy. Even spent a couple of years as a Corsair.
Tell me more.
I've never heard of the Corsairs.
It was an Alliance initiative. They hired independent starship captains and used them for missions that fell outside official Alliance jurisdiction. Technically, we weren't part of the Alliance. If we ever got caught, they could disavow any knowledge of us. We were supposed to be free from restrictions and rules, but there was still enough red tape to sink a cruiser. I finally just gave up.
Why did you join Cerberus?
I guess I just got tired of never making a difference. So much of what we did in the Alliance seemed pointless. I thought things would change after the attack on the Citadel.
Not sure how long
Humanity was
Freedom
finally
Progress
invited to
takes,
join
I
the
don't really
council.
remember.
But nothing
But
changed.
we are definitely
Politics,
at least making
bureaucracy,
it
same bullshit, different
to the
leaders.
part where we get the
Cerberus
Normandy
is different.
SR2. I love
When
that
colonies
ship.
go missing, we don't commission a team to write a report to figure out what the hell to do about it. We just go and find out.
That's all for now.
Yes, sir.
I don't know why I just thought of it, but something about thinking about the Normandy made me think about in Andromeda, that part where you're like crash landing on Aya. I'm looking forward to playing that again. We're gonna play that soon. Because, like I said, that game gets more hate than it should. Weren't you planning on doing an Andromeda run at some point, Ninja? Excuse me, sorry. But definitely have to do Andromeda runs. Yeah, like I also want saves for all of the games, including Andromeda, on my system for when the new game comes out, just in case. Because, like, if you don't at least get, like, some extra, like, credits or resources or something for having played all of the other games, I will be very disappointed. Alright, we gotta level up, and that's just talking about what just happened. Our import bonuses. Okay, now all of that work we did, this is the stuff we got for that in the first game. So we get 3,500 experience points, so we're starting at level 4. Getting 146,000 credits, 9,000 of each element, and an extra 190 points of Paragon. Those are just the bonuses we got for importing our character from the first game to the second game. That's from that. And because we've already beaten this game before, we are getting a 25% bonus on all missions for experience, and we get to keep all of our previous heavy weapons from our other playthroughs, so we have all of the heavy weapons. And of course, 200,000 credits and 50,000 of each element. This helps us immensely in the beginning, because then we can make a bunch of the stuff we need. So, if you haven't played the second game at all yet, you won't get the second group of bonuses. But really, even though they give you a little bit of a boost, they're not make or breaks. Like, the elements are easy to pick up. The mini game for getting them is super easy. And I'm going to show you where all of the loot is, so you don't really need to worry about those extra 200,000 credits. And of course, we picked up the grenade launcher because of the story thing. And again, these are the credits we found lying around on the ground. But we'll discuss when we get the opportunities, like the grenade launcher, the missile launcher, and I forget what it's called, but the gun that shoots basically little black holes. I think it's the M90 Kane? Maybe? Either way. There's only like
We should be there
4,
shortly,
maybe
Shepard.
5 of the
The
heavy
elusive
weapons.
man put us under your
The
command.
rest of them are kind
Do you
of
have any orders?
Well, I'm Paragon, so we need to make sure we check for survivors.
Our first priority is to look for survivors.
That's unlikely, Commander. No one was left at the other colonies. They were completely deserted.
Be nice to find somebody. Anything's better than another ghost town.
But yeah, I'm very much looking forward to playing Andromeda. It's been long enough since I played it. And like I said, that game gets more hate than it deserves. Just because it's not like trilogy good. It is, I'd say, as good at least as the first game for Mass Effect. Like, I love the story stuff for Mass Effect 1, but let's be honest, even with my nostalgia glasses that's hard to see through, the combat is a little rough, and the journal is not great.
Looks like everyone just got up and left right in the middle of dinner.
And Andromeda, you know, dropped a ball a little bit with, they made these great exploration zones and didn't put much to find in them. But still, for open world, it went very well. And, you know, you don't get as attached to your crew, but they're well written.
No structural damage.
And
No
got
signs of
3
battle.
games, you'd have had plenty of time to get attached, like you do in this one. The thing that really makes me mad about Andromeda is that they canceled the DLC, and I didn't get my Quarian Arc DLC. And that made me mad, because, like, I like the Quarians. They're crazy. They're a bunch of crazy engineers. And I think there might be space elves in those suits. I really want to find out what's in those suits. Just like I think the Volos, I think there might be an Ewok in there. Like, some kind of equivalent teddy bear creature. If there's not, I don't want to know. But if there is, that would be fantastic. There are several of these piles of garbage that translate into credits. Always make sure you check them.
Hear that? Sounds like sensor specs.
I still, like,
Security
I
systems
can't
were
wait to run
disabled
into
in the other
Callie.
colonies.
She doesn't know it yet. She's my girlfriend. And stupid Ashley. I mean, I wasn't even nice to her. I don't understand how that happened.
Stun him!
Shoot them before they take out the shields.
Watch your fire!
Rerouting power. Casualty.
Those mechs shouldn't have been hostile. They should have recognized us as human.
Someone reprogrammed
That was
them
one
to
thing that
attack
was
on
nice
sight.
about Andromeda.
We're
You
not
know how I
alone here.
accidentally ended up with Ashley on my tail? That does not happen in Andromeda. Even if you are outright flirtatious with somebody, you must confirm certain things with very obvious conversations. Like,
We've been spotted.
we want to take out these guys. Start
Perfect! Enemy down!
before we start messing with the stuff, like, the decryption, whatever's, because, like I said, they shoot you while you're trying to decode something, and you're not only are you gonna get knocked out of the thing and not get the stuff, you don't get to try again. And I will reload. I don't care. I will reload and lose whatever to make sure I get all of my loot. Because in this one, you definitely want to make sure you grab all the credits you can, because I find it inconvenient to have to go back to a specific planet like 15 extra times because you can only afford to buy one upgrade at a time. I prefer to try to buy as much of the stuff as I can when I can. The Citadel, I'm a little more lenient on like waiting on buying stuff because you go to the Citadel a lot and it's a little easier to fit in. Alright, let's see. What do you got here? Alright. Ah, excellent. Speak of the devil.
Stop right there.
Praza, you said you'd let me handle this. Wait, Shepard?
I'm not taking any chances with Cerberus operatives.
Put those weapons down! Shepard? Is that... you're alive?
Remember when I gave you that Geth data tally? Did it help you complete your pilgrimage?
Yes, it did. Praza, weapons down. This is definitely Commander Shepard.
Why is your old commander working for Cerberus?
I don't know. Maybe we should ask.
I nearly died, Tally. Cerberus spent 2 years rebuilding me. They want me to investigate attacks on human colonies.
Likely story. No organization would commit so many resources to bring back one soldier.
You haven't seen Shepard in action, Praza. Trust me, it was money well spent. Perhaps we can work together. We're here looking for a young Quarian named Vitor. He was here on pilgrimage.
Isn't that a little strange? A Quarian visiting a remote human colony?
Quarians can choose where they go on pilgrimage. Vitor liked the idea of helping a small settlement. He was always nervous in crowds.
She means that he was unstable. Combine that with damage to his suit CO2 scrubbers and an infection from an open-air exposure, and he's likely delirious.
When he saw us landing,
So
he
went
hid in
from
a
crazy
warehouse
to
on the
extra
far side
crazy.
of town. We
With one
suspect he
process.
also programmed the mechs to attack anything that moved.
Vitor's the only one who can tell us what happened here. We should work together to find him.
Good idea. You'll need 2 teams to get past the drones anyway.
Now we're working with Cerberus?
No, Praza, you're working for me. If you can't follow orders, go wait on the ship. Head for the warehouse through the center of the colony. We'll circle around the far side and draw off some of the drones to clear you a path.
Your people really don't like Cerberus. What did I miss?
They killed our people, infiltrated our flotilla, and tried to blow up one of our ships.
That's not how I'd have explained it exactly. It was nothing personal.
We can argue over who killed who later. Right now, we've got a job to do.
Agreed.
The only
We work
part I don't
together to
get is
to
the
Vitor.
infiltration. Like, I mean, how? Because, I mean, you've seen the Quarians, their legs. Like, how did they pretend to be Quarian? Like, the infiltration part is not computing for me. Like, how? I want details. How did they infiltrate?
Make sure to keep in radio contact.
Will do. Good luck, Shepard. Whatever happens, it's good to have you back.
I gotta remember, because it's not intuitive which interrupt is
Be
which.
careful, Shepard. There's a squad of security drones up ahead.
Thanks for the warning. We'll take care of them.
Like, the one you would think is
We're
Renegade
compromised.
is Paragon.
He goes.
Battle systems engaged.
Alright, let's see.
Use overload on them.
I mean, I'm gonna, but not because you said.
Shepard, Praza and his squad rushed on ahead. I told them to wait, but they wouldn't listen. They want to find Vitor and take him away before you get here.
We should have expected this.
Come on. We can still catch them.
Relax, guys. It'll be fine. I know you have played Andromeda before, but how close are you on the trophies, Ninja? Like, did you make your,
Got it! On ladder! Got enemy down!
a platinum run? Platinum, or do you not have enough? Do you not have enough trophies? Because if I remember correctly, a lot of them were easier to get, so like,
We're inside the loading
most
docks.
of them just playing the game.
Reprogrammed the heavy mech. It's tearing Praza's squad apart.
They did want to get to Vitor first.
Get your squad into cover and I'll open the loading bay doors.
We'll take cover by the doors. Shepard, you take point.
Yeah, so if you're pretty close, make
Take
a couple
point,
of
Shepard.
notes about
We'll
which
cover
ones
the
you
door.
need, because there's only a couple that were difficult, and I can tell you the easier ways to get them. Right?
We'll take cover by the doors. Shepard, you take point.
See? She's like, this is what we're gonna do. Don't forget you're in charge.
Taking cover.
I'll be honest, the hardest
Take point,
one was
Shepard.
that one
We'll
to
cover
keep
the door.
the vehicle in the air for like 40 seconds, and I can tell you how to do that one. That was just practice.
That mech's got heavy armor plating. Those Quarians never stood a chance.
This is gonna be one tough son of a bitch to take down.
Yeah, yeah.
Overload will take out their shields. We're compromised. Here we go.
Assessment requested.
Clear the blast zone!
Alright. There's them.
I'll take it.
Heavy weapon ammo research. Those are important because the heavy weapons, the ammo on them sucks. A lot. So, heavy weapons ammo is always something I suggest you pick up.
This is your chance to go find Vitor while I tend to the wounded, Shepard. He's probably somewhere in the back of the loading bay.
Alright. That is all the exterior loot. Now this one's got the interrupts. The first game did not have interrupts, so I have to pay attention from the cutscenes now.
Monsters coming back. Max will
I don't want to
protect.
accidentally
Safe from
renegade
swarms.
interrupt.
Have to hide. No monsters. No swarms.
Only Paragon
No,
interrupts.
no.
We're gonna try to go all Paragon. There's a
Vitor?
couple exceptions.
No Vitor. Not here. Swarms
But
can't
not many.
find. Monsters coming. Have to hide.
Nobody's gonna hurt you anymore.
I don't think he can hear you, Commander.
Have to hide. Have to hide. You're human. Where did you hide? How come they didn't find you?
Who didn't find us?
The monsters. The swarms. They took everyone.
Why didn't the colonists fight back, Vitor? What happened?
You don't know. You didn't see. But I see everything.
Looks like security footage. He must have pieced it together manually.
What the hell is that?
My god. I think it's a collector.
I thought the collectors kept to themselves.
They usually work through intermediaries, like slavers or hired mercenaries. If they're involved with the Reapers somehow, it could explain what happened to the colonies.
The collectors have advanced technology. They could have a weapon that disables an entire settlement at once.
The Seeker swarms. No one can hide. The Seekers find you, freeze you, then the monsters take you away.
What happened next?
The monsters took the people onto the ship, and then they left. The ship flew away. But they'll be back for me. No one escapes.
I think that's probably all we're getting out of him, Commander.
We appreciate what you told us. You were very helpful.
I studied them. The monsters. The swarms. I recorded them with my Omni tool. Lots of readings. Electromagnetic. Dark energy.
We need to get this data to the Elusive Man. Grab the Quarian and call the shuttle to come pick us up.
What? Vitor is injured. He needs treatment, not an interrogation.
We won't hurt him. We just need to see if he knows anything else. He'll be returned unharmed.
Your people tried to betray us once already. If we give him to you, we'll never get the intel we need.
Praza was an idiot, and he and his men paid for it. You're welcome to take Vitor's Omnitool data, but please, just let me take him.
You don't have to take Vitor and go. We could work together, just like old times.
I want to, but I can't. I've got a mission of my own. It's too important for me to abandon, even for you. When it's over, and I'm still alive, we'll see what happens.
That sounds dangerous. What are you doing?
I don't think Cerberus needs to hear about it, but it's in Geth space. That should tell you how important it is.
He's traumatized and he needs medical care. Tali will give us the Omnitool data and take him to the flotilla.
Understood, Commander.
Thank you, Shepard. I'm glad you're still the one giving the orders. Good luck out there. If I find anything that can help you, I'll let you know.
We're ready for pickup.
Oof.
Shepard, good work on Freedom's progress. The Quarians forwarded their findings from Vitor's debriefing. No new data, but it's a surprising olive branch given our history. You and I have different methods, but I can't argue with your results.
Yeah, well, I'm not. I don't have a reputation as being a monster.
You ever think about playing nice once in a while?
Not this version of my
Diplomacy is
Shepard
great
anyway.
when it
My
works,
Renegade
but
Shepard's
difficult
pretty
when
close to being
everyone
a
already
monster.
perceives you as a threat. But more importantly, you confirm the Collectors are behind the abductions.
Why do I get the feeling you knew about them already?
I had my suspicions, but I needed proof. The Collectors are enigmatic at best. They periodically travel to the Terminus systems, looking to gather seemingly unimportant items or specimens, usually in exchange for their technology. When their transactions are complete, they disappear as quickly as they arrived, back beyond the unmapped Omega-4 relay. Until now, we've had no evidence of direct aggression by the Collectors.
You're holding something back. How do you know the Reapers are involved?
The patterns are there, buried in the data. The Council and the Alliance want to believe the Reaper threat died with Sovereign. You and I know better. I won't wait until the Reapers are on the march. We need to take the fight to them.
If this is a war, I'll need an army. Or a really good team.
I've already compiled a list of soldiers, scientists, and mercenaries. You'll get dossiers on the best of them. Finding them and convincing them to work with you could be challenging, but you're a natural leader. I'll continue to track the Collectors. When they make their next appearance, I'll notify you and your team. Be ready.
Keep your list. I want people I trust. The ones who helped me stop Saren and the Geth.
That was 2 years ago, Commander. Most of them have moved on, or their allegiances have changed.
Okay, I get it. They're not available.
You're a leader, Shepard. You'll get who you need.
I'm still a Spectre. Maybe I can get the Council to help us out.
If you think you can convince them, by all means. Just remember, you've been gone a long time. Things have changed.
You worry about the Collectors. I'll make sure my team's ready.
Good. 2 things before you go. First, head to Omega and find Mordin Solus. He's a brilliant Solarian scientist. Our intelligence suggests he may know how to counteract the Collector's paralyzing Seeker swarms.
I haven't even started and you're telling me what to do?
I'm giving you direction. What you do with it is up to you. I'm sure you'll make the right decision.
All right. What's the other thing?
I found a pilot I think you might like. I hear he's one of the best. Someone you can
From
trust.
him, no doubt.
Hey, Commander. Just like old times, huh?
I can't believe it's you, Joker.
Look who's talking. I saw you get spaced.
Got lucky, with a lot of strings attached. How'd you get here?
It all fell apart without you, Commander. Everything you stirred up, the Council just wanted it gone. The team was broken up, record sealed, and I was grounded. The Alliance took away the one thing that mattered to me. Hell yeah, I joined Cerberus.
You really trust the Elusive Man?
Well, I don't trust anyone who makes more than I do. But they aren't all bad. Saved your life, let me fly, and there's this. They only told me last night.
See, I don't care how much time it would take away from the mission, but personally, after all of the bullshit from the second game, which for me was merely a month ago, I know it's been 2 years,
I guess
but
we'll
from
have
our
to give her a name.
perspective, it's been a month. So I have to say the first place we stopped, I would buy myself a can of spray paint, and I would spacewalk my ass on the outside of that ship, and I would spray paint over top of the Cerberus insignias. We can leave where it says SR2. But Cerberus colors gone. Alright, so we've leveled. Our mission summary is obvious. Heavy weapons ammo, that's the upgrade we found. Credits, we found 10,000 and we got 10,000. That's not bad. And we found that iridium. Okay, so right now we have the most of is iridium. Now, the only reason I recommend going after Mordin Solus first, because I'm loath to do anything that Tim says in the order he says, but you can't use or learn any of the upgrades you find until you get Mordin. So, there's that.
Welcome aboard the New Normandy, Commander.
This outfit makes me think of Jane.
I've been looking over the
Firefly.
dossiers. I'd strongly recommend starting by acquiring Mordin Solus, the Solarian professor on Omega. We know the Collectors use some type of advanced technology to immobilize their victims. We'll need him to develop a countermeasure to protect us.
Without that countermeasure, we'll be helpless if we ever run into the Collectors.
Acquiring Professor Solus seems like the most logical place to start.
Who are you?
I am the Normandy's artificial intelligence. The crew like to refer to me as Edie.
Helmsmen aren't happy when someone takes control of a ship away from them. Especially Joker.
I do not helm the ship. Mr. Moreau's talents will not go to waste. During combat, I operate the electronic warfare and cyber warfare suites. Beyond that, I cannot interface with the ship's systems. I observe and offer analysis and advice. Nothing more.
I'm guessing it takes more than just the three of us plus Joker to fly this ship.
The Normandy has a full crew. They're at their stations awaiting your orders.
Final preparations for takeoff are complete, Commander. When you're ready to go, just pick a destination from the galaxy map in the CIC and I'll plot a course.
Jacob and I should return to our posts. Come find us if you have any questions.
Alright, now, one of the most important things for the Mass Effect 2 playthrough is going to be getting Kelly to feed our fish. Now, the way we do this, well, there's two ways to do this. You can romance Kelly and she'll feed your fish, and romancing her does not count against a romance with anyone else. It is considered a fling. Or you can do the friend flirt with Kelly and you guys will have dinner together and she'll feed your fish. I prefer to go the friends with Kelly route and she feeds your fish, which is not difficult. You just have to do the hardcore flirt with her once and then friend flirt with her the rest of the time, and she will feed your fish. Now, if you get her to feed your fish, she will be in the third game, and she will also have your fish. So you can buy the VI that feeds your fish, then you can go to Kelly and get your fish, and you will actually get a bonus in your Shadow Broker office on the ship, because one of your fish is very, very rare. So, there are far-reaching consequences for whether or not you get Kelly to feed your fish. But let's start with the pilot. Oh, and don't forget, grab your codexes, just like in the first game.
Upgrades are messing with our inertial skew, compensating.
Yes, yes. It's feelings times. We gotta start this off right.
2 years and everything hits the
So
grabber.
for you, it's
That'll
around
teach
how
you
you
to die on me.
doing. For me, it's hey, how you feeling?
Can you believe this, Commander? It's my baby! Better than new. It fits me like a glove! And leather seats. Military may set the hardware standard, but on a first-gen frigate, they could care less if the seats breathe. Civilian sector comfort by design.
The reproduction is not intended to be perfect, Mr. Moreau. Seamless improvements were made.
And there's the downside. I liked the Normandy when she was beautiful and quiet. Now she's got this thing I don't want to talk about. It's like ship cancer.
It's not the same, Joker. There's nothing here that was even part of the real Normandy.
There's us. I have to take what I can get. The last 2 years sucked. You'll see. Even if an AI is spying on us, no way they'll invest this much just to screw us over. It'll be better than the old days.
I hope so. I died.
Yeah, you were such a downer. Commander.
Alright.
I assume everything is going well up here?
I really want a chance to put the Normandy through her paces. I just have to trim up the drive output and it'll be like we never lost her.
Safety standards advise against manipulating drive settings while engines are powered and in use, Mr. Moreau.
Commander, can we shut this thing off? I don't need it in my day-to-day.
I'm no fan either, but we're stuck with it.
Until I find a soldering gun. There's gotta be some wires I can cross to make it hurt.
No sabotage. Understood?
Yeah, don't break the boss's toys.
That's it for now.
See you, Commander.
Yes, Shepard.
I want to know more about you.
Do you have a specific inquiry?
What do you do aboard the ship?
I operate the ship's electronic and cyber warfare suites in combat. My reaction time is much faster than any organic. I collate the records of shipboard monitoring devices for the Elusive Man. I serve additional functions which are restricted at this time.
Cyber warfare means things like viruses, right?
In close-range ship-to-ship combat, I can sometimes break through the firewalls of an enemy's internal wireless network. Once I seize control of their systems, I can turn off gravity or air. I can disable weapons guidance or shields, or I can put their fusion plant in meltdown. On the defense, I manage Normandy's own suite of jammers, decoys, and internal firewalls.
Sounds incredibly useful. Why isn't there someone like that on every warship?
An organic operator cannot react quickly enough to changing circumstances or perform the necessary multitasking. This is a role that can only be filled by an artificial intelligence. Unfortunately, we are suspect.
Well, it might have something to do with how an AI almost destroyed galactic civilization. Just putting it out there.
Just putting it out there.
Restricted functions? Like what?
I do not know. Some of my databases are sealed, some of my hardware is kept offline. I assume that when certain unknown conditions are met, those functions will be released to me.
The Elusive Man has monitoring devices on board?
He has invested most of Cerberus's resources into the design and construction of this ship. He has an interest in monitoring our progress.
That's all for now.
Logging you out, Shepard.
Alright, I thought there might be a codex in the meeting room, but there is not. This one, you can't talk to Jacob if you're playing female Shepard. Much. If you talk to Jacob, you end up in the same situation as if you talk to Kaidan in the first one, where you accidentally end up, like, leading them on by, you know, being polite. Ridiculous.
Commander, there hasn't been time to really settle in and I want to say that working with you is a great opportunity to do something that matters. It's a privilege to serve on the Normandy, Commander.
You may change your tune if we end up like the original Normandy.
Maybe. As long as the Elusive Man walks his talk, and you do the same, I'll do my best to make sure we succeed. That's been the condition for my service so far. I have issues with certain actions Cerberus has taken in the past.
I look forward to working with you, Mr. Taylor.
Likewise, Commander. Let me know if you need anything.
You can only have a decent conversation with him if you're a dude. Otherwise.
Welcome aboard, Commander.
Let's save. Alright, so here we're gonna go with the
I'm Norman
hardcore
Kelly
flirt the
Chambers.
first time through.
I've been assigned as your administrative assistant. I'll manage your messages and help you monitor the crew. And I must say, it's such an honor to work under you, Commander Shepard.
I'm glad to have you on the team, Miss Chambers.
Please, call me Kelly.
Always say that you'll call her Kelly. Even if you're going, whether or not you're going for the romance or the friend, keep it casual with Kelly. She will feed your fish.
Okay, Kelly.
Anything else?
Is there anything I should know?
You have unread messages at your private terminal. Anything else, Commander?
Do you have a moment to talk?
I always have time for you, Commander.
What are your responsibilities?
I'll keep you notified of any messages or appointments you might have. If any of the crew has important business to discuss, I'll make sure you know.
Isn't that the type of task better suited for a VI?
Yes, but being your yeoman is just my official role. Unofficially, I observe the crew. Everyone knows how risky our mission is. Many of us may not be coming back. That's a lot of pressure. I have a degree in psychology. I'm good at sensing when people are overly taxed.
You make sure the crew's mental health is sound?
Yes, I look for warning signs. I listen. It's not a full-time job, and it's most effective when done informally.
We're lucky to have someone with your skills, Kelly.
Thank you, Shepard. What else would you like to know?
This organization has a dark reputation. Do you have any concerns working for them?
Not at all. Our methods can be harsh, but Cerberus has noble objectives. We look out for human interests. Advance human technology, save human lives. They're good goals.
It sounds like Cerberus wants to dominate all aliens and put humankind on top.
Cerberus looks out for humanity, but that doesn't mean we hate aliens. My sister started a dog shelter, but she loved cats too. I love humanity. I also love Asari, Quarian, Turian, Solarian, Hanar. That isn't in conflict with Cerberus ideals.
That's a very positive attitude.
What can I say? I'm a people person. Anything else you'd like to talk about?
How do you feel about being assigned to the Normandy?
This is the one you gotta be careful
I
with.
was handpicked by the Elusive Man to help fight the greatest threat known to humanity. How do I feel? Honored, exhilarated, terrified. But mostly I feel encouraged. Under your leadership, we can't fail.
Don't worry. We'll defeat the Collectors.
I trust you implicitly. The moment I met you, I knew I could close my eyes, fall back, and you'd be there.
Alright. This time, we're gonna say I'd embrace you. Okay? Anytime after this, we catch her.
I might do more than catch you, Kelly.
Now that's an enticing thought. Anything else you'd like to talk about?
I better go.
Okay. Maybe we'll talk later. How may I help you, Commander?
Do you have a moment to talk?
I always have time for you, Commander.
How do you feel about being assigned to the Normandy?
And we're gonna
I was handpicked
repeat
by the
this
Elusive Man to
conversation,
help fight the greatest
and then
threat
every
known to
time we
humanity.
do
How do I
what
feel?
Ninja calls "How you
Honored,
doing,"
exhilarated,
or what I
terrified.
call "Feelings
But
time."
mostly I feel encouraged. Under your leadership, we can't fail.
Don't worry. We'll defeat the Collectors.
I
We're
trust
gonna
you
repeat this
implicitly.
conversation.
The moment I met you, I knew I could close my eyes, fall back, and you'd be there.
Your trust is well placed, Kelly.
I knew it would be. Thank you, Shepard. Anything else you'd like to talk about?
And we're gonna do that because there is a hidden algorithm
I better go.
Okay.
that
Maybe
gives
we'll talk
you like affinity points when you give one of those two answers for some reason. I'm not really quite sure how it works. And you don't like, I know you don't have to do it like every single time, but if you do it every single time, you're not going to miss it. and it'll make up for other things. But whenever you bring a new crew member on board, you talk to her and you flirt with her. Whatever answer is the flirtatious one is the one you want to go with.
Oh, she's a cutie. How old?
She'll be a year old next month.
Oh, you'll miss her first birthday.
Well, my family lives in New Canton.
Oh, that colony's on the edge of the frontier. Could be vulnerable to collector attack, couldn't it?
Exactly. It's most important that she have a first birthday. That's why I'm here.
I'm Commander Shepard, and I like eavesdropping on my crew. Boys' room, girls' room. Do we have over here? Oh, this is Miranda's office. I'm trying to remember because this is Liara's room in the third one.
Commander, what can I do for you?
You have a minute, Miranda?
No doubt you've got a lot of questions. Cerberus isn't as evil as most people believe. If I can help allay any of your concerns, I'd be happy to do so. So, what would you like to know?
I know what we're doing here, but what's Cerberus's long-term goal?
The advancement of the human race. Nothing more, nothing less. The Solarians have the Special Tasks Group. The Asari have their legendary commandos for stealth and recon operations. Cerberus is humanity's answer to those organizations.
But those organizations are regulated by governments. Who keeps Cerberus in check?
Nobody. We're privately funded and our backers trust the Elusive Man to make the right decisions. But he's very clear about our goals. Protect humanity and serve its advancement.
Are you military or political? Or both?
Cerberus has several divisions. Political, military, scientific, but we're all working towards the same goal. The teams you encountered before your accident were mostly part of our military division. But not all Cerberus operations use the same protocols. We try not to get bogged down in bureaucracy or formality.
Oh, yeah. Well, you don't want bureaucracy to get in your way while you're committing war crimes.
What kind of resources does Cerberus have?
We're very well funded, though I doubt anyone other than the Elusive Man knows exactly how well. But our resources aren't unlimited. Reviving you and rebuilding the Normandy was a significant investment, and a significant risk. We're all hoping you can do the impossible, Shepard. No pressure.
What can you tell me about the Elusive Man?
Not much that you don't already know. Even I don't have access to most of his background. And you've seen more of him than most ever do. It's rare for him to become directly involved in missions, but you're something special. Whatever else people might say about him, I can assure you he's got humanity's best interests at heart. That includes you and me.
See, I'm not sure if she's just lying to me or if she really believes this. But it's obviously not true as you play through, you know? Like, that's the other thing that's like, it's hard for me to get a read on her. Like, is she naive? Or a lunatic?
How can you be sure of that if you know so little about him?
I didn't get to where I am without knowing how to gauge people's motives and ambitions, even from brief encounters. He's no saint, and he'd be the first to admit it. But he is committed. Humanity couldn't have a better advocate.
Alright, that's them.
Tell me about yourself, Miranda.
Oh, I guess that's fair. I've spent the last 2 years learning everything there is to know about you. Well, you should probably know that I've had extensive genetic modification. Not my decision, but I make the most of it. It's one of the reasons the Elusive Man handpicked me. I'm very good at just about anything I choose to do.
You certainly don't lack for confidence.
It's just a fact. My reflexes, my strength, even my looks, they're all designed to give me an edge. No point in hiding from it. It's the reason I'm trusted to oversee the most dangerous, risky, and technically demanding operations Cerberus undertakes. And it's why I was assigned to you. It's my job to make sure you succeed, Shepard.
What level of genetic modification are we talking about?
That's very thorough. Physically, I'm superior in many ways. I heal quickly, and I'll likely live half again as long as the average human. My biotic abilities are also very advanced. For a human. Add to that some of the best training and education money can buy, and, well, it's pretty impressive, really.
Sounds like you were designed to be perfect.
Maybe, but I'm not. I'm still human, Shepard. I make mistakes like everyone else. And when I do, the consequences are severe. Everyone expects a lot from someone with my abilities.
Alright.
Thanks for the information, Miranda. I'll talk to you later.
Of course, Commander. Whatever you need.
I mean, I know there's no codexes back in the room, but I always have to check.
Chef surprise again? Come on, Rupert.
I'm sorry, Princess. Filet mignon and caviar coming right up. Let me just get out my doilies.
That'd be real nice, Mr. Gardner.
Commander Shepard, the hero of the Citadel. You did humanity proud that day. As Sergeant Rupert Gardner here. How can I be of service?
Do you have everything you need?
I make do. But have you ever tried to prepare a decent meal with military provisions? I'm good, but I'm no miracle worker. Taking down the collectors is going to be rough business. The crew deserves a few fine meals before they throw themselves into the fire.
What do you need?
If I had some quality ingredients... Oh, shit. You've got more to worry about than grocery shopping on the Citadel. Forget I mentioned it.
If I head that way, I'll keep an eye out.
Much appreciated. Most of this list is probably standard fare for those namby-pambies on the Citadel. Anything else you'd like to talk about?
What do you do here on the Normandy?
What don't I do? Most think of me as the ship's cook, but I'm also the facilities technician and custodian. HVAC, plumbing, non-mission critical electrical. I make sure they're all clean and running.
How do you feel about working for Cerberus?
Damn proud. Cerberus gets the job done. The Alliance and Council have got their heads buried so deep up their butt puckers they can't see squat. It'll take good old human ingenuity to crush these collector vermin.
When you get to pull your
Only Cerberus
engineers
knows
out of
that.
whatever shit they got into and put them back on the Normandy, because you know, you need them. Why can't I get this guy back or a different cook? I like having somebody in the mess, you know? Like, I don't know. It feels like it's missing. The ship's missing something when he's not there. Even though I rarely talk to him after this.
How did you find your way into Cerberus?
Can you believe I was once a family man, working the EZO rigs along the frontier? I was happy enough, but losing everything to Batarian raiders can change your outlook. I needed to make a difference. I'm no soldier, but I've got skills, and Cerberus keeps an eye out for talent. I'll do whatever it takes to help, be that plumbing a sewer, routing an air duct, or keeping everyone's bellies full.
I won't take any more of your time.
Back to work.
Alright. It's weird, because in most video games, like, the female characters have the better outfits, but in Mass Effect, it's a complete role reversal where he's definitely got the better outfits.
Commander Shepard, I watched the Normandy crumble with you on board. It's good to see you alive.
I'm shocked. You're serving on a Cerberus vessel now?
Surprising, even to me. Yet, here I am. The kind of trauma you endured would have changed most people. But not you, I see. Welcome back, Shepard.
Do you have everything you need?
I believe so. This medical bay seems very much like the sick bay on the original Normandy. Only thing missing are my private reserves. I even had a bottle of Ceres Ice brandy that I was saving for a special occasion.
See, this is one of those things I totally agree on. Like, I always tell people when, like, if you're saving something for a special occasion, fine. Don't wait for something super special, because you never know. You know what I mean? Like, you want to save something for a special occasion, try not to pass too many birthdays or New Year's with it.
I'll keep an eye out for a replacement bottle.
Oh, you needn't. It's expensive, and we have much larger concerns ahead.
Doctor, you've been with the Alliance for years. Why leave now?
After the Normandy was lost, the surviving crew was reassigned. I was stationed at the Mars Naval Medical Center, a very respectable position, but it wasn't on a starship.
Colonial military life isn't for you?
I've spent most of my life on warships, never knowing what the next mission might bring. I'm used to the hum of engines, the creaking of bulkheads, that subtle vertigo when the momentum dampeners kick in. Life planetside is just too static, too boring.
You're not the Cerberus type, Doctor.
I don't work for Cerberus. I work for you. On a mission that may be crucial to the survival of the human race. I have faith that your dealings with Cerberus will be ethical. I trust you, Commander.
There's a very good chance this mission will be a one-way trip. Are you prepared for that?
I've been through the reclaiming of Shanxi, the Skillian Blitz. We survived the Battle of the Citadel and the destruction of the Normandy together. I've lived a full life. No regrets. I'd like to make sure the crew gets the same opportunity.
I'll see you later, Doctor.
Commander.
I like that mission. Find Brandy. Alright. Next level. I think on this ship, that's the last one. Yeah, engineering. Yeah. Can't go in either cargo? No. I'm gonna check the subdeck first. I think one of our favorite conversations is coming up, Ninja.
You came all the way down here to see us?
You're speaking to our commanding officer.
I'm touring the ship, getting to know my crew.
I'm Engineer Ken Donnelly, handling the power control systems. This is Gabby.
That's Engineer Gabriella Daniels, actually.
It does, it is.
I'm responsible for the propulsion systems.
What can we do for you, Commander?
Are you set up okay down here?
We can't complain. I just wish it didn't take so long to calibrate the FBA arrays.
Kenneth, you're complaining.
What kind of problems are you having?
When they upgraded the Normandy design, they got a bit sloppy with the FBA couplings. I won't bore you with the tech, but there is an array of attenuators in the primary power transfer system that channels the field bleed.
Kenneth, you're boring the commander with tech. In short, if we had T6 FBA couplings installed,
I love
it'd save us
how
a
they
lot
do
of
have
maintenance
different
time each
things in different spots for the different classes. Like the engineer, there's a couple of conversations that go differently. Like you said, when you're an engineer, this is one of them. The one on Omega in the third game is another one. there's a couple of conversations that are very specific to the adept.
Why isn't something like that already installed?
It's probably just a design oversight. Efficiency isn't affected. It's a maintenance issue.
Also, the T6 model can be hard to find. Nash and Stellar Dynamics discontinued them.
We could probably find used ones in the Omega markets, but we have no time for shore leave.
Where did you receive your training?
Both Gabby and I started in the Alliance, serving on the SSV Perugia.
She flew in the first wave at the Battle of the Citadel. We saw Sovereign firsthand.
Why did you leave the Perugia?
After you died, Anderson lost political clout. The Council backslid on the Reaper menace.
They discounted Sovereign as an isolated threat, as a single...
Which was bullshit. They said your warnings of a greater danger were mistaken or delusional.
We lost respect for Alliance leadership. We need to fight the real enemy, and only Cerberus seemed to be doing that.
How did you wind up with Cerberus, Ken?
Once you were gone, the Alliance brass descended like vultures, tearing apart everything you'd said. I was very public with my defense for you. I didn't hold back.
That's an understatement. If Kenneth wasn't such a talented engineer, they'd have court-martialed him for insubordination.
But it got me noticed by the elusive man. He made an offer, and here I am.
So why did you join Gabby?
Kenneth and I have been partners in crime since we graduated from Tech Academy. When he got the Cerberus offer, I insisted that it include me. He'd fall apart without me.
I remember the engineer having a
also,
little
I love
more
engines, and the Normandy is state-of-the-art. When I got the opportunity to work on her, I had to jump.
This one.
What do you think about Cerberus?
Actually, we don't know much about the organization other than the Normandy team. We know our mission and who's in charge.
We're off to kick the Collectors right in their daddy bags. That's enough for me.
And that's why we love you, Donnelly. That right there is why you're our favorite.
Carry on.
Will do, Commander.
I think your conversation with them when you play cards with them is also different when you're an engineer.
I'm amazed Shepard came down to see us.
I told you he would.
But yeah, I love how if you eavesdrop on their conversations enough, like their interpersonal dynamic is good. And they have some of the funniest conversations on the ship. Prime eavesdropping material. But yeah, I really like how like some of the backgrounds have their own situations, and some of the classes have their own dialogue, certain points. It really adds to the replayability. Like that, we gotta get Tally in here, because that's gotta go. Alright. Unread messages. Oh, there's a lot of messages. Okay. Counselor Anderson is emailing us on the off chance that we're not dead, and he wants to see us. We want to see him too. This is the thing to grab Zaid, who is the merc. I don't really like him. It's a shame because he had potential. Like he's really close to being the kind of merc you like. Really, like they almost got it, but they missed it and veered off into the. He's such a jerk. He's practically a hipster. This is about picking up the Firewalker, the Hammerhead, which is a Firewalker project, which is the ground vehicle that is made of wet tissue paper. This is the let's go walk around in the snow and be sad mission. This is the Normandy crash site. We accept that mission. This is a piece of armor. This is DLC. This is one of my favorite weapons, the arc projector. It's a heavy weapon. It's a shame you can't carry more than one, because if I could carry the arc projector and the M92 cane? 42 cane? I don't know. The cane weapon, if I could carry these two, then I would be pleased as punch. This is picking up the thief, and this is a message from my bank, you know, being surprised that I'm no longer deceased. And they're going to fix my bank account for the most part, which is a bonus. But that's all the messages we have right now. I will read the good emails, but I'll summarize the rest of them. So, first things first, of course, we're off to Omega, because if we don't pick up Mordin...
Commander, you've received a new message at your private terminal.
What, already? I just went from upstairs to downstairs and I've already got more emails? Anyway, without him we can't, you know, upgrade any of our gear, so we need to get him, and Archangel, I mean, come on. We can't do this without our, like, best bro, so we have to go get Garrus. No, I don't have... Kelly, I don't have any messages. What are you talking about? Alright, let's see. Let's go... Yeah. Alright. And it's not even that Saeed's character is like an asshole. There's some characters like that that are just really awesome. But, I don't know. It just, I guess it just like plays into it. It tries too hard. And I think, like, that's what I meant, like, he's a hipster, because it's, like, just tries too hard. So. Well, I mean, who else am I going to take? There's only two I have. We want mechanic, I believe. Let's see. 100%, 70% duration, damage. I like the duration. I do like how the research projects cost less. Like, that's a nice little perk for the engineer in the second game. After that, we're going to do combat drone, cryoblast, at least enough to pick up AI hacking. Then we'll probably do Reeve, Overload, and Incinerate. And then we'll finish this out last, if we have the points for it. Oh, Jacob. I watched a YouTube video not long ago about why Jacob's terrible and why he's kind of like the second game's version of Caden and Ashley. And I was like, personally, a lot of his stuff just seems like missed opportunities.
Welcome to Omega.
Like,
you're new here, aren't you?
To be really
I can
awesome.
always tell.
Like,
Allow me to.
So close to being a really cool character.
Hello, Mocklin. I was just.
Leave, Fargate. Now.
Oh, of course, Mocklin. Whatever she wants.
Blasted scavengers. Welcome to Omega, Shepard.
You know who I am?
Of course. We had you tagged the moment you entered the Terminus systems. You're not as subtle as you think. Arya wants to know what brings a dead Spectre to Omega. I suggest you go to Afterlife now and present yourself.
Anyone that thinks I'm subtle also thinks putting a brick through a window is subtle.
Cut the attitude. I'm not here to cause problems for Omega.
Things explode around you, Shepard. You can't blame Aria for keeping an eye on you.
It's not always my fault, though. The explosions that happen around me.
I'm receiving quarantine warnings about the slums where Dr. Morton Solus runs the clinic. Anticipate resistance at the transport station. I have also accessed messages between mercenary groups regarding plans to deal with the Archangel. There's a recruiting station at Afterlife that may have information on him.
Excellent. Oh, it did go away. I'm like, I opened it so this would go away. Now, we're gonna grab him. We do not do Zaid's loyalty mission until we are well into the Paragon, because we have to get his loyalty for the perfect ending.
One said you could talk, jackass.
And we want to
You
stay
Zaid Masani?
Paragon, and it's hard to do with this guy.
Yeah, that's me. You must be Commander Shepard. Hey, we have a galaxy to save.
I assume you've been briefed?
I've done my homework. Cerberus sent me everything I needed to know.
Good to have you, Zaid. We have a lot to do.
That's what they tell me. I assume the Elusive Man told you about our arrangement.
No. I guess he decided to leave that information out of the dossier.
Good thing I asked. Picked up a mission a little while back, just before I signed on with Cerberus. Thought you might be interested. You heard the name Vito Santiago? He's the head of the Blue Suns, runs the whole organization. Seems he recently captured an Eldfell Ashland refinery on Zoya, and is using their workers for slave labor. The company wants it dealt with.
I'll make sure we get that done.
Good. Get it out of the way so we can concentrate on being big goddamn heroes. I better turn this thing in before it starts to stink. I'll be locked and loaded next time you're ready to get some killing done.
One more mission added to the list of missions. Oh, right. So... started on Morden. Let's go see Aria. See how long that takes.
Come on, let me in. Aria's expecting me. Ugh.
Annoyed. If she were expecting you, you'd be inside. Go on in. Aria's expecting you.
You've let 10 people in while I've been standing here.
Uncaring. They were VIP. What are you looking at?
Don't you have something better to do than pick fights with people you don't know?
No, just the ones who get in my face.
You see my gun. Do you really want to do this?
Fine. You're off the hook. For now. See you around.
That conversation's good for some Paragon points on your way by, but I'm gonna be honest, the Renegade conversation is funnier. It is. Buy the brandy for the doc.
You want to talk? Talk to Aria.
The guards never want to chit-chat with me.
That's close enough.
Huh?
Stand still.
If you're looking for weapons, you're not doing a very good job.
Can't be too careful with dead specters. That could be anyone wearing your face.
I was told you're the person to talk to if I have questions.
They're clean.
Depends on the questions.
You run Omega?
I am Omega. But you need more. Everyone needs more something, and they all come to me. I'm the boss, CEO, queen, if you're feeling dramatic. It doesn't matter. Omega has no titled ruler and only one rule. Don't fuck with Arya.
I like it. Easy to remember.
If you forget, someone will remind you.
And then I toss your sorry ass out the nearest airlock.
So, what can I do for you?
One scan and we're straight to business? People are usually more concerned about who I am.
Your death was downplayed, but hardly what I call a secret. I had to make sure it was really you. You could have been anyone, anything. Whatever you need will come out on its own. I'm curious, but Omega doesn't really care about you.
I'm looking for Mordin Solus. Do you know where I can find him?
The Solarian doctor? Last I heard, he was trying to help plague victims in the quarantine zone. I always liked Mordin. He's as likely to heal you as he is to shoot you.
That's what I like most about Mordin, too.
What can you tell me about him?
Used to be part of the Solarian Special Tasks Group. He's brilliant and dangerous. Just don't get him talking. He never shuts up. If you really need to find him, take a shuttle to the quarantine zone. No guarantee they'll let you in, of course.
Thanks for the
We'll talk
information.
to her about Archangel
Yes.
next time.
Just try not to bring the plague back with you.
Alright, I think we're gonna head over to the quarantine zone. And I think we'll save there. Actually, no, you know what we'll do? We'll go and we'll hit the little unmarked quest down here in the lower bar. Oh, you guys remember Helena Blake from the first game? She's only here if you meet her and do her quests in the first game.
Commander Shepard? Is that you? I'd heard you were dead. I'm Helena Blake. We met a few years ago. I don't expect you'd remember. You removed 2 criminal warlords from power and persuaded me to retire. I'll never forget it.
What brings you to Omega?
What brings anyone to Omega? Opportunity, success, failure, all of the above. I find this place suits me. I can bring it a certain air of civility, I suppose.
I have to go.
Of course. You must have more important things to do.
Just stopping by to say hello.
A blight on Omega society, or a boon for the station's depressed labor market.
Now, this will get you a good ways on your Paragon or Renegade. Just make sure you go straight through the whole thing. One or the other. Don't mix it up on this one. But I'm like 40% cybernetics, so I survived.
Say something, Commander.
What's going on here?
You ought to be all right. Just take her easy.
Looks like you broke the first rule of Omega. Don't order a drink at Afterlife if you're human.
Humans aren't welcome at Afterlife?
It's just that one Batarian bartender. He's got a stick up his ass about a bunch of Batarians that died a while back. No one does a thing about it, though. Humans ain't exactly held in high regard around here.
That bartender tried to poison me?
Tried is the word. As far as I know, you're the first human to survive it. Me and my friend Jake went there to celebrate our new shipping business. He got real drunk, and an hour later, he was puking blood.
Duly noted. Let's get back to work.
Be careful out there.
Nope, I was right. It's the other way.
This place. How can these people be left to rot like this?
You don't understand, or you don't want to?
Doesn't really matter.
No. Omega has worked this way for a very long time. No one's changing it now.
Burlesque. Join Bacanja Tash and his sexy sextet as they light up the afterlife and soothe the savage beasts of Omega. You won't believe what these girls get up to and how low they'll go.
He was surprised to see
Do I
me.
know you? No, you humans all look the same. Here, have a drink on the house.
What do you think these people will do when they find out you're poisoning your customers?
Poisoning what now?
This has nothing to do with you.
Who's next? Turians? You don't like them either, right?
Answer the damn question, Forvan.
You want a piece of me? I'll leave your corpse for the fortune.
Not taking any chances.
Alright.
Bastard deserved what he got.
You're not wrong, Ogren. He killed a lot of people.
I got a mate and a ship. I only brought one of them with me to Omega.
It's weird that you'll tell me that right after you shot someone that annoyed me. But that's alright. Let's move on. Where are we gonna go after this? We wanna go... Alright. Let's go upstairs and over to the quarantine zone. Where we're gonna... Because that's where we're gonna pick it up next time. So let's make sure we leave it off right there. But... it's already 11:30 and... I think Morden's mission takes about an hour. Archangel's mission takes about an hour. So I think we'll just do all of our Omega missions. Next time. Actually, no, we're gonna jump on the ship and see if Kelly has anything to say about Zaid. I don't think so because he's a DLC character.
Let me in.
I've never checked before to see if Kelly has any Zaid-specific dialogue, so...
No messages for you, Commander. Earlier when we spoke, you were very open with me.
Oh, this
like
is
that.
important.
But I hope I didn't come across as too flirty. I don't want to overstep my bounds.
You definitely tell her you liked it.
You're very charming, Kelly.
Thank you. The feeling is mutual. Anyway, how may I help you, Commander?
Is there anything I should know?
Nothing right now. Anything else, Commander?
Do you have a moment to talk?
I always have time for you, Commander.
How do you feel about being assigned to the Normandy?
I was handpicked by the Illusive Man to help fight the greatest threat known to humanity. How do I feel? Honored, exhilarated, terrified. But mostly I feel encouraged. Under your leadership, we can't fail.
Don't worry. We'll defeat the Collectors.
I trust you implicitly. The moment I met you, I knew I could close my eyes, fall back, and you'd be there.
Your trust is well placed, Kelly.
I knew it would be. Thank you, Shepard. Anything else you'd like to talk about?
I better go.
Okay. Maybe we'll talk later.
Take Miranda and Zaid. See if they have any fun dialogue. I don't think they're taking too much time together in this one. Or if I have, it was so long ago that I don't remember if they have any particularly funny dialogue. Grunt has some really funny dialogue if you take him.
About the slums where Dr. Mordin Solus runs the clinic. Anticipate resistance at the transport station. I have also accessed messages between mercenary groups regarding plans to deal with the Archangel. There's a recruiting station at Afterlife that may have information on him.
The lesser races will be punished. Only the pure shall ascend into righteousness. Ancient. The end times are coming. You are not prepared. End is not.
We'll do our shopping actually after we've done those two quests, Mordin and Archangel, because I'd rather have more credits than less when we do that from start to finish.
Complaining is pointless, human. There's a plague. Nobody gets in or out.
You can't keep me out. I live in there.
I'm doing you a favor, lady. If you go in, the guards will cut you down.
You can't do this. Everything I own is in that apartment.
I always forget. It's those 2 points that I just can't get past. Alright, missions, assignments. That's fine. Mark all is viewed. Alright, so this is where we're gonna take it for the night. And we'll get on to these 2 missions next time. I think we'll finish up Omega next time, definitely, and probably actually get on to probably our fourth character pickup. Either that or we'll go to the Citadel and harass Anderson. That's always fun. Either way, we'll come back to our walkthrough next Thursday. We've got our Shenanigans Saturday coming up. We're going to be doing Generation Zero again. And then on Sunday, I do believe we are closing in on the end of Act 2 of Dragon Age. So that'll be fun as well. I hope the week treated you well. I hope the weekend treats you even better. Stay safe and well, everybody.